morning. So just walking Harvey. There he goes. Just a little tail. It's kind of late for me to walk him. Usually I get up around 7, but now it's about 9 and I'm still like, oh, I want to go back to bed. And I don't know why. I didn't really do anything big yesterday, or sorry about the wind. Yeah, I went to bed at a normal time, so I don't really know why I'm this tired. But yeah, it's the wind is helping, waking me up, and it's gorgeous. It's just gorgeous to watch the wind through the leaves and to listen to that sound. I absolutely love it. And I have a deaf friend who taught me to look at things differently. And she calls the movement of the leaves visual music. So, visual music. So I'm gonna show you the leaves without the sounds, so you can see some visual music yourself. Yeah, it's amazing. Have a great day! Hi guys! So quick little video from the car. I'm just about to do some grocery shopping. I do that every week. We make a week menu, week plan, and do all the groceries as one in one go. You know what I mean. And yeah, we did it because it saves a lot of time during the week for grocery shopping, and also it saves money. It's cheaper this way, because when you go every day, you know, you just get a few things you really feel like at that moment, but you don't really need. And also yeah, it saves a lot of time with the kids. So yeah, that's what we do. And every week on Sunday, so it's Sunday today, so I'm gonna go. Can't film in the supermarkets because they won't allow it. Privacy laws here in the Netherlands. So yeah, that's my Sunday. So just came back grocery shopping and I'm feeling very, very annoyed. And it's because I had a trigger. And it was something really, really small, really stupid actually. But there was this woman who offered me the disinfectant to clean my cart before going into the store. And I said no. No thanks. Thanks, but no. Very politely. And she did like... And that was it. That judgment she gave me, not doing the same thing as her, not disinfecting my cart, which I don't do because Corona is an airborne disease, so it can be, you can get it from your cart. And I really, really hate those chemicals. They're really bad for my skin, and my skin reacts to it very badly. So I don't take it, especially now because it's not necessary. But yeah, just that she did was really, yeah, that triggered me. So I have, it's one of my trauma things, is that I constantly want to know what people think about me, or I think it's very important what other people think about me. And this last weekend, I completely let it go. So this is my first trigger that since that weekend, and I didn't really recognize it, but now I'm very annoyed. And the key to let this go, the key to let this feeling go is to completely feel it, accept it, acknowledge it, thank it, and then you can let it go. And why? Because this feeling has been this reaction has been my survivor mode, and it has kept me safe all this time. And that's all my brain is trying to do, is to try to keep me safe. It's trying to keep me happy, but in a very, very destructive way. So to acknowledge this feeling and to acknowledge my brain trying to protect me and to acknowledge that this is survival mode, I in fact can turn the page and let it go and continue with positive mindset. So I'm going to do that, and hopefully it will pass soon. I feel it's already passing just by talking about it. So yeah, first trigger again, but it's going well. It's going really well, really really well. The further you get in your healing process, the faster you recognize your triggers and the faster you recognize what's happening to you, and the faster you can actually respond to it. So yeah, thankful it happened so I can learn again. So, trigger week this week. I had a trigger yesterday, a small one, and it was okay. But now it was a really, really big one. And trigger wasn't really important, but it was about dogs, and that's where my big triggers come from. Dogs. I was a dog behaviorist, and I worked in the dog business for 15 years. And during that time, I got so much negativity that really scarred me. That's a big part of my trauma. And every time there's a discussion or anything about dogs, I get triggered. And this was a big one because people were angry that my dog was off leash in the only off leash area around. Well, the only safe off leash area, at least. The other one is by a very busy high speed road. So yeah, really short dog there. It's very safe. But anyway, the people were walking there and they didn't like my dog approaching them and sniffing them, wanting them to pet them. He loves people. And I know it's a thing, and you really should cut down on it a bit. But yeah, what you gonna do? Training didn't work, so. And I usually assume that people who walk in a park where there's an off-leash area, that you don't mind dogs approaching you, but boy was I wrong. They were really pissed, and I got angry, because that's my go-to emotion when triggered. And it was a kind of civil conversation we had after that, because they tried to be civil and I tried to explain my side, and it was okay-ish. You could hear the undertone of anger, basically, because they were really angry that he approached them, and I was angry that they tried to lecture me that my dog didn't behave and I need to discipline him because he was friendly. So yeah, triggered. So when I released anger, this comes. So I sat on a bench for a while and breathe. Just breathe. Breathing. And again, acknowledge that this is here and it's okay. And I hate it. I absolutely hate it. But yeah, this is trauma. This is the ugly side of trauma. The ugly side of the anger, the sadness, and the constantly going over the conversation and replying in a different way and seeing how that goes, and again and again and again. And it only makes it worse. So I try to let that go and it doesn't work, and I just have to sit with it. So yeah, I just have to sit with it and acknowledge it and giving it love and giving me love till it passes. So yeah, trigger week. And I knew it was gonna come eventually. But yeah, the universe loves to throw things at you that you need, even if you don't want it. And I need this for my process, apparently, to feel it, to acknowledge it, and to release it. So that's what I'm going to do. Breathe. Feel it. Acknowledge it. Release it. And breathe. Hi guys. So I'm doing okay. I'm doing great. everything trauma related past now. And yeah, I'm really doing good. I'm happy. I'm fit again. I have energy again. So going great. And I just wanted to end this vlog with little pick me up, I guess. That yeah, yesterday I had a Zoom session with my soul sisters, and we talked about our processes and what we were going through. And one of my soul sisters, well, a lot of them, but one started crying and started telling about how she was, yeah, basically in a shit place right now, and she doesn't know how to sit with her stuff, with her feelings and stuff, because we as humans, and especially healers and well, kind people, we always want to fix everything. And that was basically the main point of the Zoom session, the main theme, that we always want to fix everything. But what if we look at things like there's nothing to fix because we're not broken? That all of this, all the darkness and all the happiness and light and everything is just a part of us, and it's nothing to fix. It's nothing to be ashamed about. It's nothing to put away and to not talk about. And I think that's one of the main reasons I started this vlog, is that I wanted to remove the stigma of trauma and to show people what it's really like, and to make it a conversation piece, because I have nothing to be ashamed about that I have trauma and that I live with that and I try to fix it. I have nothing to be ashamed about that I sometimes live in darkness, and that sometimes I don't know what to do, or that I'm reacting from that trauma, and that reaction can be considered mean or negative or aggressive or something. And I'm working on it. And we have to get rid of that stigma that trauma is something bad that we shouldn't talk about. And there are a couple of things people should realize. Is first off, no one, absolutely no one, can tell you if your trauma is real or not, except you. No one has the power to tell you that, oh, but what you went through isn't bad enough to have trauma. I get that quite a lot. People don't understand that. People don't understand that I have trauma from just living in a toxic work environment. And well, I do. And saying that it can't be true doesn't help me. It made it worse, actually, because one of the symptoms of having trauma is not believing that your trauma is good enough, bad enough for getting help. Or one thing we always say or think is, yeah, but there are always people who have it worse. Well, probably, but it doesn't mean that your trauma isn't, or that you are not worthy of getting help and being recognized and acknowledged for what you are going through. I read this quote once, and it always kind of stuck with me. That was, whether you drown in the ocean or in a puddle, you're still dead. So it doesn't really matter how deep it is. If you're drowning, you're drowning. So yeah, let's just help everyone who says they have trauma from something, or we recognize those symptoms and just help them. And how can we help them? Most of all, just give them space, give them love, give them the room to express what they are feeling, and without trying to fix them. Things you can say that are helpful is just breathe. I'm here for you. I'm with you. I know you're not feeling it, but you are safe right now. I'm not leaving you. Those things are helpful. What's not helpful is, oh, you'll get through this. Or just look at the bright side. Just think positive. That's all really, really not helpful. So what people with trauma most want is to be recognized and to get acknowledgement. So start with that. Even though if you have no idea what to do, just start with that. And if you have trauma and you're looking at this, I am here for you. I am here for you. I'm fighting this battle. And yeah, if you want to talk, if you want to send something, I'm here for you. I'll listen and help you wherever I can. But just recognize for yourself that you are worthy. You are enough. Your trauma is bad enough. No matter how bad it is bad enough. Trauma is trauma, and there's no point you have to hit before you can get help. Just get help. Even if you don't have trauma and you're just not feeling well, or you just want to talk to someone, just go and do that. Just talk to someone, talk to a professional, talk to a friend, talk to anyone that makes you feel better. And just do it. No, therapy, for example, is why the hell not? Why the hell not? It's not just for crazy people. Hell no. It's for everyone who just wants to talk. So yeah, just get help if you need it, really. And for now, thank you again for watching my vlog. I hope it helps, even if it just helps with you recognizing it and knowing that you are not alone. I think that's very important. You are not alone. And yeah, sorry for speaking a lot again, but yeah, I think it's really important. So thank you for watching. If you have any comments, please leave them down below. Subscribe if you want to keep following me. And yeah, thank you so much. I love you.